up evil. I woke up empty. It's hard to explain, but one morning, the person who had been me was just gone. People say I did terrible things. They say I killed my own siblings after a strange illness swept through our house, one that only affected me. But I don't remember hurting anyone. I have these flashes, these disjointed images, but they're like watching a movie of someone else's life. I remember standing in a dark corner of my own mind, completely powerless, watching something else wear my face and use my body as a puppet. I was a prisoner inside my own skin. Nighttime was the worst. The walls of my room would whisper my name, a dry, rustling sound that slithered into my dreams. During the day, it was a constant, unnerving presence, like the feeling of someone breathing just behind your thoughts, their breath cold against your neck. You turn around, and there's nothing there, but you know, you're not alone. I tried telling my parents, but they couldn't understand. The doctors were next. They ran tests and diagnosed me with a cocktail of psychological disorders: post-traumatic stress, dissociative identity, psychosis. They gave my condition names, but they couldn't give me back my life. They couldn't explain the whispers or the cold breath on my neck. The police were even less helpful. They'd show up, ask the same questions over and over, their eyes filled with suspicion. But there was no evidence, just a shattered family. Eventually, they stopped coming. Out of everyone, the priest was the only one who didn't look at me with pity or suspicion. He looked at me with fear, but it wasn't fear of me. It was fear for me. He saw past the empty shell and recognized the prisoner trapped inside. He told my parents that what ailed me wasn't a sickness of the mind, but of the soul. They brought me to his church late one night. The air was thick with incense and flickering candles. As the priest began the prayers, his voice a steady rumble, a pressure started to build within my chest. Then, my body lifted from the floor. I wasn't floating. I was being held up by an invisible force, like a marionette. A scream clawed its way up my throat, but the sound that came out was wrong. It was an ancient voice that wasn't mine. It spoke through me, mocking the priest, twisting his sacred words into blasphemy. It laughed at the cross he held up, a dry, rattling sound that echoed off the high ceilings. The candles around us suddenly blew out, plunging the church into shocking darkness. The laughter stopped. Then, everything stopped. The invisible hands let go, and I fell to the cold stone floor. For the first time in months, the room felt warm. A soft, golden light filled the space. The priest dropped to his knees beside me, his breath ragged. He put a trembling hand on my forehead and whispered, "It's gone. Thank God, it's gone." And he was right. The presence was gone. The whispers stopped. I was alone in my own head again. But sometimes, when I'm lying in bed late at night, in that quiet space between waking and sleeping, it still feels like it's out there, somewhere in the darkness, just listening. Right below this video, you'll see a red subscribe button. Go ahead and give that a click. Once you do, a little bell icon will pop up right next to it. If you click that bell and select all, you'll get a notification every single time I post a new video.